Hello world, today in our new video we are going to talk about quantity estimate, how to find the quantity of sand, gravel and cement within a meter cube of concrete. I've realized that some of my audience or member or followers are actually asking me how do we get those values. I will just make this short video, but I have done it already. I'll just make this new, I'll just use this new approach to explain you how to get the quantity of sand, gravel, and cement within 1 meter cube of concrete. Okay, so let's forward. But if it's your first time, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we have 1 meter cube of concrete, and then we are asked to get the quantity of sand, gravel, and cement, isn't it? The first thing that we have to know is the dosage of our concrete. For example, if we know that our dosage is maybe 350 kilogram, okay, these are the kind of data that we need to know. Okay, apart from it, we also need to know the ratio for this one. Since the dosage is 350 kilogram, the ratio is 1:1:2. Okay, this is the ratio that we use for our concrete, knowing that the dosage is 350 kilogram. So these are the main data that will be used, and there's this little data. Okay, but let me fall into calculation. So how do we get, for example, the quantity of cement? Okay, to have the quantity of cement, we first of all have to get the exact value in terms of volume of concrete. Okay, because this volume of 1 meter cube of concrete is actually the weight concrete. Okay, weight concrete. Okay, so how do we get it? You to have the dry volume of concrete, dry volume of concrete, dry volume of concrete. I will call it VD, will be equal to what? It will simply be equal to 1.54 times the weight volume. Okay, VW. This coefficient you are supposed to know it, so keep it in your brain as from today. Is the coefficient the coefficient of proportionality in between the weight volume and the dry volume. Okay, it has been found that it's equal to 1.54. So doing the numerical application, you have 1 meter cube. So 1 meter cube times 1.54, you'll be having 1.54 meter cube of dry concrete. Okay, this is the dry, this is the dry. I mean, when I mean dry, I don't mean the one that is strong already. Okay, I mean the one without, when we have bashed our concrete and then we have not yet pour water on it. Okay, this is the volume. That's what I mean by dry concrete. So now when I know this, okay, I just use what? I just use now this volume to get the proportion of each of them. For example, how do I get the volume of cement or the quantity of cement? Quantity of cement, quantity of cement 2 point, it will simply be equal to what? The quantity of cement, V cement, for example, let me call it V cement, will be equal to this volume, right? 1.54 multiply, you will sum all these coefficients and have a value. It will give us 4 in this context, knowing that this ratio 1:1:2 means simply 1 cement uh, plus 1 sand plus 2 gravel. In terms of wheelbarrow, we are saying 1 bag cement is equal to 1 bag. Need for 1 bag cement, we need one wheelbarrow of sand and 2 wheelbarrow of gravel. Okay, so you have times 1 here, and another extra thing, I will have to convert it directly, okay, into kilograms since it's a cement. So let me just put the QC so that I will convert it directly in kilogram. Okay, what you need is to multiply by the density of cement, which is 1440, divided now by 50, which in Cameroon is the unit, is the weight of 1 kilogram, of 1 bag of cement. Okay, 50 kilogram, and this 1440 is simply the density of cement. Okay, you can check it. So doing the numerical application, we'll be having 1.54 times 1440 divided by 4 times 50. Okay, will come out with 11.08. So quantity of cement will be equal to 11.08. Okay, is really this value, remember, is the number of bag of cement. Okay, so approximately we can say that we have 11 bag of cement. We could round it up to 12, but since it's too negligible, it's 0.8. 0.8 is not up to even 0.1. So let's just put it to 11 bag of cement of 50 kilogram of 50 kg. Okay, so this is the quantity of cement. Okay, now how do I get the quantity of for example of sand? Now we do the same process. Now you understand the importance of knowing the density of your material. For example, that's why I made a video. You can check or it will just appear the title of the video on density of construction material, where you can actually know the various density of your material. Okay, so now for the quantity of the volume, now let's find the volume of this thing. Let me just erase here. The board is small. So now let's find the volume of sand. Okay, let's get the volume of sand. The volume of sand will be equal to what? It will simply be equal to Vs is equal to 1.54, okay, which is the dry volume of our concrete, times 1 also, because we say 1 wheelbarrow of sand, divided by how many? Divided by 4. Okay, and now this is what is going to give us in meter cube. So you have 1.54 divided by 4. It will give us 0.38. Now I forgot, if we want, let me just convert it also into quantity, that's in kilogram. Okay, you multiply also times the density of sand, which is 1600 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, so this multiplied by 1600 is gonna give us 616, okay, kilogram. Okay, let me just write also the value in meter cube, or is equal to 0.38 meter cube. So either you use the value in kilogram, but to have the value in kilogram, remember you need the density of sand. Okay, so the density of sand is 1600 kilogram per meter cube, or you use the quantity in volume depending on your estimate, how you are going to use your estimate. So now let's find the quantity of aggregate or gravel. Okay, the quantity of gravel will be equal to what? Pure gravel, I just call it in kilogram. Okay, we'll be having 1.54 times 2 now, because the ratio here is 1:1:2. 2 represent the 2 wheelbarrow of gravel actually, divided by what? By 4 also, times what? Times the density of gravel, which is 1800, okay, kilogram per meter cube. This multiplying times the density will simply give us the value in kilogram. So if you remove the density, you will have the value in meter cube, as the case. This V of sand, this cure of sand. Okay, so now 1.54 times 2 times 1800 divided by 4 is simply giving us 1386 kilogram. Okay, this is the value of gravel. This is the quantity of gravel in kilogram. You know, in Cameroon we usually said 1 ton of gravel is, for example, 15,000. So this kind of value, you can see that we have 1.3 or 1.4 ton there, which is enable, for example, which enable you, for example, to do your estimate properly. Okay, that's why I choose also to put the value in term of kilogram. So if you have learned something new, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave your comment. Leave us a comment to encourage the channel. Share the video and ask any question, or if you have a comment to make our channel improve, just leave the comment. Okay, thank you very much.